Hello, everybody. Welcome to Crash's Spooktacular. Oh my god, this was a pain to set up. Like a few minutes ago, I was fumbling with my very legitimate copy here, and it was not recognizing keybinds that had worked last week, and also was freezing the moment it went into full screen. And so that was two major problems every time that I tried to run this that just did not show up last week when I tried this out on my own. Fun stuff. But, anyways, no more issues along that kind of nature. You're here for Sweet Home on the NES. This is a very cool little NES game to me that I don't think a whole lot of people know about, yet probably still seems to have some kind of cult following, just considering that some people are super cool in the fact that it's like influential and all. Your body you can bleed. It's like blood and oil. It's some kind of hybrid mixture. Capcom was never super clear about the whole Mega Man lore, so we're just gonna assume it's kind of a strange mix. But yeah, Sweet Home. It's a really cool little NES RPG, and we're going to see the intro cutscene here, but basically we're five separate little Japanese characters going on into a mansion to investigate what happened there several years ago when some famous people went missing, and we'll see what happens, and why the home is so sweet, I guess, right? This is essentially the precursor to Resident Evil. It certainly is. It was cited as direct inspiration. Uh-oh, I can't hear any audio. What's happening? There should be little dinks and bleeps. Oh no. Oh no. Oh beans. A third problem that's happening. Figure sound? Hold on a second. Let me figure something out here. You know what? We're just gonna read you can hear it. Okay, that's interesting. Maybe it will actually come to me as I Oh, and hold on. And now I closed the wrong thing. I gotta close this. I can't hear it. Well, maybe I will the moment it'll actually start working. I can't still hear it. All right, we're still in the middle of scuff territory. I'm gonna restart this once. I'm sorry for the rough start immediately to this. Let me just do the mute things out. Okay, hold on. Close the show. The show's canceled. Go do something else for Halloween. Let's see here. Hello, everybody. Nice to see you here, Coolest and Grim. But anyhow, yes. As I was answering, yeah, this is a precursor to Resident Evil. It was directly cited for it. Honestly, I don't have much of a connection to it. I never really played much in the horror genre myself, and this is kind of an odd departure for me. The only reason I really know about this game is well, I would have discovered it when I was watching Pro Jared back in the day, but I really discovered it like probably a good 13 plus years ago when one of the OG YouTubers, Deceased Crab, decided to play it. And I watched that playthrough and was just kind of like enamored by the storytelling ability going on there. And it's not working now. Oh, come on. Yeah, I don't know. The game just has a really cool sense of story going on here. Everyone knows, no one's played except maybe me. Fair. I've never actually played it myself. I've just, well, watched watched some Let's Plays of it. Come on. Now it's launching, getting frozen. And this again. I open the ROM. Load this here. One day we'll get this to work. Okay. Loaded. Now can I full screen it without it going all frozen on me? No, I can't. Not how I wanted to start things off today. On my perfectly legal NES, yes, correct. The NES is definitely not named EmuHawk or BizHawk or anything like that. Please, please, please just decide to work already. I swear, if this worked perfectly the when I was testing it over the weekend. I just launched it, I plugged in my controller, everything was great. And now it's deciding to freeze up and lock up and then remove my sound all the time. Now I can't hear it. What's going on? OBS is... Move the controller around. It's game audio on stream. Why isn't it game audio for me then? Because it was literally giving me sound right before I was actually launching here. I was just fiddling around in OBS beforehand, and it was fine. It was going into my headphones, unless my headphones just decided to die for some reason. On device. I can manually select it. No. Is it working on my computer? It is sending to my computer, or it is sending to my headphones on my computer. Haunted game creepypasta. Holy shit, you're so right! The ghost of Lady Mamiya has decided to actually blow up my headphones drivers right in the nick of time. Okay, so it's not an OBS problem. It's a problem where the program's not communicating with headphones for some reason. Maybe if I just do the dumbest thing, I'm gonna take my headphones off, I'm gonna reset it, and maybe it'll work. It's even worse when you have to actually try to get Bluetooth to work through all of this too. Somehow it's going to everything's going to collapse. Oh, that's probably why my phone was still connected to my headphones, so it was getting confused. Okay, that's probably it. That was probably the dumb, stupid reason. Can I hear everything now? Okay, I might have to launch the program one more time because things don't tend to like it when you have Bluetooth up and then don't have Bluetooth up and then change it. Good God. This is the worst first impression I could be giving any singular person in the world. Okay. Hold on. Full disconnect everything. Connect it to computer. Launch this one more time. Full screen it first, so that way it doesn't yell at me for it. Full screen. Open ROM. Very legal. No pirate, by the way. And now it's black screening on me again. I think next week I'm going to not play this in full screen. I'm going to just mess with the window in OBS so that way the resolution ends up fitting. This is sad. Ew. Full screen. Is it frozen now? It is still frozen again. Okay. Still in Denmark. Nice. Hope your visit to your family is going well. Have you seen anything interesting while you've been out there? I have no idea what that is. I'm gonna be quite honest. What is Fesu? NES simulator, very accurate to original hardware. Okay, I might try that out next time. What I'm going to do is that we're gonna see a little bit of scuff. I'm going to just compromise and just the window itself will be streamed, so you'll see all the extra stuff on the side. But I think that's a decent sacrifice until I can make this actually work next time. Okay. Okay, please. If I press the start, will I hear it now? Yes, I will hear it now. Okay, now I can launch this. Okay, good enough. Good enough for today. 10 minutes is the most I could spend. All right, start over. Hi. Look, all right, so we're not going to be changing character names. Let's watch the intro cutscene. A film crew gains access to the haunted Mamiya Manor in search of Mamiya Ichiro and his lost frescoes. Time to get spooky. Oh no, please tell me that you can hear the audio. We're all set. Get the camera prepared. Okay, oh my fucking god, are you kidding me? Sucks. Gotta gotta be fucking kidding me. Okay, hold on. I could probably force OBS to actually capture it. There we go. Can you hear it now? I'm using a separate thing to actually there we go. Okay, I don't know why it was working over the weekend when I was just doing it by the application itself, and I gotta use the audio application. It captures a separate window. All right, cool, whatever. Hey, we're here. I didn't read any of that, but thankfully I know that we just got haunted and trapped inside of here, so we don't have to worry about this. Yeah, Ben drowned. Ben broke the fucking stream setup. No kidding. That's what the statue in the corner is, actually. If you look behind it, take him off. It's an RPG at its heart, but it's not nearly as grindy. And I think that's honestly why it appeals to me a lot. There's not as much of the whole power leveling type things. And, what else? Hold on. I'm trying to remember the ideal setup here. I know there's a meta setup for who to group together. Yes, let's see. Team. Let's see. Kazuo and his niece? Daughter? One of the two. Then Takiko, and then Team... Oh, no, wait, hold on. This is still awkward, though. There's a lot of menuing here. Okay, and now Party, and now Gucci and Asuka. Alright, alright. Progress. But yeah, I like the fact that it's not super grindy. I like the fact that the enemies here do have a lot of charm to them. As well, even though many of them become resprites, I do enjoy the fact that, you know, they all just have a lot of detail. Like, they're extremely detailed pixel art for the day. And some of the designs are very, very, like, enigmatic to me. I love, especially later in the game, the Maniac. That is one of the best sprites I've seen on the NES ever. It's so beautifully, like, boily, bubbly skin, but without being, like, you know, too disgusting. It's just the perfect amount. Anyways, also, please, if you haven't already, soak in the fresco music for a second. I love this theme. I love this theme so much. It has, for the NES's sound chip, it even uses it very well. It has such a relaxing, yet still tense and dramatic tone to it. This is one of those few slow themes that I really could just play on loop in the background and really, really lose myself in for a while. I absolutely love this. It makes you nostalgic even though you've never played it. That is such a good way of putting it. It somehow gave me a strong emotional connection to this game even though I had no idea what it was about 13 plus years ago. But I'm so excited to actually play it and, like, imprint it into my mind. It's thankfully been long enough to where it's like I don't actually remember things that are happening here, but it's like I still know the general idea of what's going on, and I feel that nostalgia, but now it's time to fill in, you know, the whole of nostalgia that is there. So, let's take a look. A fresco, but how to preserve it? I know. Take a picture of it. Letters appear. There are 3 frescoes per area. They provide clues. And speaking of that, you might notice that I have this other window on the side. I am actually going to be taking notes of all the frescoes within an area. I made the font, I think, just big enough to where if you have it on full screen, you can read it. And I just figured it'd be nice, so that way, you know, if I'm trying to figure out notes, you can look at it yourself along with me. So, there are 3 frescoes per area. So getting my practice in for when I want to eventually play La Mulana on stream. Now that's a note-heavy game. Okay, so item. Let's see, move. That's how you do it. Okay, so we got tonics, our basic healing item. We have a knife. A knife. Can't exchange. All right, so it's in. This is that's the weapon spot. Like the fruit knife. She can have that. And then, how about a candle? With the wax candle. Alright, cool. What's this note say? A letter. Welcome to my home. Photographing my frescoes will provide clues for you to find your way out. Ichiru. That must be one of the frescoes. Well, a little late for that. Crazy to think the birth of survival horror game comes from a movie licensed game. Yeah, it really is kind of wild, especially considering that this movie licensed game is often considered better than its source material. How's that for a change? A video game that's better than the movie it's based off of. The Minecraft movie doesn't count because that's coming out in a different order. Game was there first, and then the movie was leeching off of its success. Gate of Illusion, good. Yeah, I can really appreciate the Gate of Illusion though, except for that one spot where you literally just have to put a weight on a skeleton with absolutely no indication whatsoever. I like the challenges in the Gate of the Illusion. It's fun. They make you actually think about things quite a bit. Note, Kenji, the frescoes contain clues. I think they're dated by the groups of 3. I have almost beaten La Mulana. I got up to the point where you're starting to get the medicines or whatever, and I made the mistake of stepping away from the game. And I was doing it all by just reading the notes, having it in a Word document, figuring things out. It was entertaining as hell. But I made the mistake of stepping away from the game for several months, and now I have no fucking clue where I am, and I'm going to have to use a guide to finish out the last 10% of the game. Spiritual beings are weak against prey. Good advice. Help. Oh no! He's gone! The Sweet Home movie is really good. Oh, interesting. I've never... Well, I mean, I don't understand Japanese, but I would if I could actually, you know, find some kind of copy of it. Maybe I should actually try and watching it sometime. Because most of the time I've just heard that the movie... You know, from everything I could read, I've heard that the movie is just kind of, you know, mid. Kashi, the next fresco is across the chasm on the left. Be careful. Where are others like us? Frightening. You might even say spooky. Depending on your definition, Shadowgate technically predates this by 2 years. More of a point-and-click game than survival horror. Yeah, and this has, you know, apparently has Metroidvania elements to it, so... Also, our first battle, and amazing battle theme as well. I'm calling for help, because I got separated from my party. This is another kind of part of this game that I really enjoy. This stupidly small mechanic where you can actually go ahead and call like your other party members for help, and they have a limited time to get there. It just adds to that tension. So let's see. Attack, and then... I know that somebody's item is good against you, but I forget who. Oh, but it shouldn't be too bad. The only thing I'm actually concerned about really with my playthrough here is managing health. Obviously, it's not exactly a problem now, but I know that this game only has healing through the health tonic items, and there's a limited number of those. You know, survival horror elements. And having never played a survival horror in my life, I'm a little bit afraid that I'll screw it up and save myself in a bad spot. But you know, live and learn. We'll figure it out. Let's see. We get the most trusty item in the world: wood. It's better than bad. It's good. God, I haven't thought of Ren and Stimpy in the longest time either. I can't. I used to watch Ren and Stimpy a ton as a kid. Well, I wouldn't say a ton, but you know, whenever it came on, I was a big fan of it. And I didn't really pick up on how maybe overly adult some of the jokes were until like much later on in life. Oh, I see. It's dark as shit in here. Still fun, but there's definitely elements where it's like, wow, there's actually some really got some awful themes in there, like, you know, abuse between Ren and Stimpy, especially spousal abuse, even with the, you know, way they portray themselves. Team with them to help get it back. Sounds good. All right, well, that's not the way to be right now. I'm surprised Capcom never made a Resident Evil RPG. Yeah, I mean, that sounds like... I mean, this is basically it. But yeah, I mean, to have an official one, this sounds like something they would do. I mean, why not? Spin it off. And they'll certainly make a slot machine, I'm sure. But, you know, goddamned if they actually do anything good with their IPs. But Smiling Friends taught us anything. It's, you know, it's my IP to sit on and do nothing with. It's a Resident Evil JRPG. Oh, really? Kind of sort of a Resident Evil RPG game. It's only on mobile phones. It's near impossible to emulate. Ugh. Yeah, who wants to do mobile phone gaming anyways? There's the wood. This feels dangerous. Better team up for safety. Yeah, you don't want to fall down into the nothingness. The deep black nothingness where no one can come from. Okay, let's see. Wait, no, still figuring out the controls. Party, and then other one. There we go. No, wrong other one. I should have named them. I'm not going to remember the Japanese names for a long time. Oh no! You're not Kazuo. Right. Team. There we go. That was that button. Sweet. Alright. Ew. Half a zombie. Oh shit, it's half a zombie. Somebody won part of the Wheel of Fortune game. They didn't win the other half, though. Be brave. I love that translation, how it's just meant to tell you to be brave rather than anything else. It's just meant to be like, hey, we're about to jump scare you. Hey, you know, get ready for it. Tools or weapons, fire bugs, light bats, weaknesses, things to think about, stuff that I like in my JRPG, lateral thinking. Because Capcom makes food games, good games. Yeah, Capcom still does at least do that, even if they are kind of money hungry power gluttons. Their games are at least decent. Although, I don't know, I'm sure they'll... X-Dive was not the strongest showing. I just sure hope that if they decide to milk the X series for more, that they actually make, you know, like, a decent X9 or something like that. Sweet. Defeating maggots. Oh shit, these maggots were like level bearing. Alright. Wait. Heck, it's not back reminds me of Dragon Force if it was Bit Crust. I could kind of see it. I do love just how hectic it is. It builds up and it builds up the tension really nicely, and it kind of also uses like classical music in a great way. Wait, no, I can't talk to a doll. Look at it. It's a doll. How cute. Axes. Oh, hell yeah. Alright. Nothing up here. Oh, team's in the way. Oh, no, not that button. Okay, I don't know why in the second translation they thought, you know what, it's really apparent to, like, make the translation as direct as possible. I would have loved to just have it be more obvious, like, have a switch button, have a team up button, like, I don't know. Would have been good. So yeah, I don't know. I tend not to be a fan of JRPGs just because of this kind of turn-based nonsense, but I think this game does it well. You actually have to put in a fair amount of strategy as the game goes on to get it done, and it's, you know, it's not as, like, obvious as, say, Pokemon. Doesn't get quite as repetitive with at least the different enemies available to you. Talking about X-Dive now. We don't have to talk about it. We never have to talk about X-Dive if you never want to ever again. It's barely a game at all. Blackberries, Windows phones. Vacuum. We can give the tonic to the other party. Alright, is this a better knife? Fruit knife and fruit knife. Alright, don't have to worry about that. Now, I forget. I'm pretty sure it was one of those things where it's like one set of weapons is good against spiritual stuff and another set of weapons is good against, like, physical things. It's the rune that's good for right now. It's the rune stuff that's good against spiritual things and the fruit stuff that's good against physical things, right? Ah, skeleton! Now there's 4 skeletons on the screen. Which one will you look at? The chandelier fell. I was too slow. Ah. Party to Emmy. Leave it to you to figure out. Fair enough. Fair. Someone who respects a streamer that doesn't want to be entirely backseated. Good. All the fantastic new renders. That is one good thing. That's the only good thing that X-Dive did properly, is it actually gave us a modern, you know, look on all of the Mega Man characters we've come to know and love, and then the ones we don't know and love and don't remember whatsoever. Okay. Through knife, good. Alright, now what's our second fresco gotta say? Fresco. Oh no, it's so dirty. What could have possibly happened? Let's just run a vacuum cleaner over this priceless, fragile art. I'm sure that won't ruin everything. That's the only, like, nonsensical thing I never understood for this game. I can't believe you just run a vacuum over the fresco and it doesn't, like, collapse. A mallet can break mirror and boulders. Okay. The boulder is not amused. Water is wet. Oh, that's so true. Somebody a poo-poo on the fresco. Oh, don't worry, Grim. We'll use that Courage the Cowardly Dog joke several times by the end of this, I'm sure. Oh shit, it's ghosts. Okay. For me, this ghost always looked like a lion with a lion's mane. I know it's supposed to be like a face surrounded by, like, you know, demon lost soul energy or whatever, but, like, it does not... it doesn't translate super well for me. There's something a little bit off about it. More like a wall mural and not a painting. I guess. I mean, that makes sense, but it is also still kind of like... God, with how old this place is and how weathered it is, I feel like it would, you know, there's a good case for it just collapsing. Also, I love how tense the quick time events here, well, quote-unquote quick time events here are. But it's like, they really jump out at you, have great music. Everything about this is great. Although, I'm pretty sure this is just RNG to, you know, avoid getting smashed by some fucking architecture. If we get a Courage the Coward Dog game on the NES, it would be similar to this. I could kind of see that. Though I don't know who... The thing is that you wouldn't have anybody to really party with. I really doubt that... I mean, maybe Muriel would help, and then I guess Muriel could convince Eustace to help. But I feel like otherwise Courage... There would be a lot of moments where Courage is alone. There's only like a handful of friendly people within the Courage the Cowardly Dog universe. Everybody else is kind of a jackass. But that's also why the game's great, or the series is great. Speaking of Courage the Cowardly Dog games, though, I do remember there was one when I was like a child. There was like some point-and-click adventure that I always used to play. It always freaked me out because of the sound effects. Like, it was the sound effects were too, like, jarring for a 6-year-old to handle. Like, you can't just do that and then show Courage getting scared of, like, static electricity ghosts. Takashi, there's another fresco upstairs. Great! I was going there anyways. What are you? A bronze statue. A bronze statue. Alright. Computer, the Hunchback, Snowman, there's options. Yeah, I guess you could get the computer to walk around, too. Where Tom gets sent to hell. You have denied this poor mouse his cheese for too long, Tom. You are now being sent to the 8th circle of hell for adultery. We didn't have room in the appropriate circle for you. Got flash games on the website. There was a Courage the Cowardly Dog point and click. Yep, that's the exact one I'm talking about. I don't quite remember what it was titled, but it was scary as hell for a young child like me. Ready? Okay, get them. Well, actually, she's at the door, so might as well. Oh yeah, for anyone who doesn't know, the lore of why Emmy's key works is just simply it was something that she had for some reason, and it's just like, or maybe it's kind of like part of what was known about the event that had happened at this place, you know, came from the items that they had, I think. And if I'm getting this wrong, you feel free to correct me, Magic Warrior, but like it's just kind of, you know, part of evidence that they had about what did happen here, the little that they knew, and didn't just, it kind of happened to fall into her possession because, you know, the news reporters, or the crew here went out with the intent of figuring shit out, and just kind of handed it to her because she just wanted to tag along. She couldn't resist getting in the way. Tom and Jerry Infernal Escape. Couldn't find a BFG in that game, but at least there weren't any Arch Vials. Well, I guess that brings up the question now: who's going to win in a fight, Tom and Jerry, or Tom, or a Pinky? And let's just say, for the sake of argument, it's not a Nightmare Super Speed Pinky. It's just a regular Pinky. Personally, I think Tom could actually establish some traps if given enough time. That would probably be able to, you know, stick the Pinky right in the corner, and then he just, like, you know, it wouldn't be able to affect him. But unfortunately, then Tom would get a little cocky and stick out his tongue, like, super long, and the Pinky would just kind of grab it, and he'd, you know, do a pained, just kind of scream, and, you know, it'd be all over for Tom. Tom would basically throw, but it would be good content. Tom gets the Berserk, I think he would win. I mean, if any of us got the Berserk, I think we would probably win. I mean, I don't know. Maybe if a human child got the Berserk, it probably wouldn't be able to do its thing, but, okay, so only the lighter works? That's interesting. But, you know, that's an extenuating circumstance. Sweet. Alright, item. What's this? Oak Spear. Alright, what do we got? Fruit Knives? Could probably get rid of something. Ooh. Seizure Screen. Ouch. Wait, no, not using the Fruit Knife. Moving the Fruit Knife. Oh god, I need to... So I did have, one of my friends, Ira Team slash Crash Icarus Nega, don't ask, decided to, I made him play Earthbound in exchange for me playing Undertale Yellow. All he could complain about while playing that game is just the fucking horrible menuing to it, and I will admit, the menuing in Earthbound has not dated super well, but, this is some advanced kind of bad menuing. I'm getting super confused doing any of this. Earthbound is practically futuristic. Granted, it is a console ahead, so it makes sense, but still, this would give him like a stroke. Knowing Tom and Jerry, they could probably beat all of the Doom demons by inciting infighting. Yeah, but see, that's Tom and Jerry. Jerry didn't get sent to the same circle of hell. Oh my god. Okay. Wrong person, wrong person. We'll remember all of the names in this game eventually. Ah, hell. Alright. You just press the right shoulder button to do all the talking and checking. Yeah, I know. It was more like the, he ended up being more pissed off about, like, the, movement of, like, the item management. More just the fact that it's like, okay, each character is like, what, 20 slots for inventory, and then trying to actually move things between them is really clunky. I will give him that. That is not very fun. But outside of that, it's really not that bad. Alright, come on, everybody gather around for the experience. Now roast some maggots. I actually need to start watching my health. Well, maybe not start watching my health, but I should actually start paying attention a little bit. Okay, using the key. In the any point-and-click game that got ported to NES. Oh, yeah, that's... You can't... Porting a computer game to an NES is just asking for trouble. I don't think that genuinely works in any capacity. And then when they try to change the game entirely, you get Dragon's Lair, and we all know how that went. Wrong place. Go this way. Alright, you fucking bats. Come on. We'll take you on. I remember what the zombie told me. I can remember 5 seconds before me. That's a skill that not all streamers have. And the pre-patch mod browser for the recent Doom and Doom 2 release was genuinely awful. You can't fathom how he released it in that state. What took it down so many pegs to make it unplayable garbage? No search bar. Alright, come on, get rid of the other bat. I like how there's also a mix of random encounters and then, kind of Earthbound style set encounters within the game. It kind of keeps things, a little bit fresh for me. Where it's not just like, oh, well, you're just running into random bats constantly. Or you're just not running into random dolls constantly, but there are actually things in this manner that you can, in fact, see. They are part of the atmosphere at the same time. Set your search preference to default. Oh my god. That is pretty unplayable. Ooh, someone's poisoned. Okay. That means I actually have to use the remedy for the first time. Okay, no, wrong button. Party, Akiko. Now we have to... Team, split up. Back here, item, remedy. Excellent. Okay. We did it. We cured a basic status condition. Take some more boards. Okay, and then we have, looking at this, rune spears. What's our item makeup? Oak, rune, and rune. Okay, we're pretty magically equipped. We're magically delicious in this party. Let's get the other one here. You have fruit and rune. Alright, I guess we won't change things out then. We're probably fine. One of them's already got a wax candle, so don't gotta worry about that. Let's get all these broken glass. Face the right way and get rid of all this broken glass. Also, this has got to be a hella good vacuum to not be getting shredded by all the broken glass. Like, I mean, I guess they could be just carrying around a plastic shop vac, but I don't know. I feel like this is the 80s or even an earlier time period. They would have had actual vacuum bags. Snake? That's not a snake. Sonic, wax, no. Okay, hold on. Oh, wait, I forgot to recall the rest of the party. Oh my god, there's the snakes! Ah! It is I love that visual touch, though. It's not just, you know... They're not just popping out like that. This game does do a really good job of... like, dynamic battle sprites. It's a weird thing to compliment on nowadays, but, like, it's... genuinely pretty cool how they just made like some contextual battle sprite stuff happen just to make it so it's not so boring. Alright, and now we're poisoned again. Okay, party? Huh? Huh? Alright. That's maybe probably the one thing that just gets annoying about doing over and over in this game. With the number of status conditions you're going to end up having inflicted upon yourself, you have to split up Akiko so goddamn much just to heal your party of like poison or curses or whatever. It would be really nice if you could just press the button while someone's in your party to just cure them. But you know, older games, that's just what happens. My house was built solely work on GZ Doom. The Kex engine can only handle boom and MBF features. It'll get better. I mean, yeah, it's not that bad, but still. Something to talk about, right? Gotta keep yapping. Dead? Not really that dead. Why did you abandon me? Oh, quit your crying. You're dead now. Go beyond the dark hall. Turn on the generator first. Oh, there must be a generator outside. I don't know how you gathered that information, but it's helpful. Oh yeah, there's a cute little mouse over there. Oh, but first now we gotta get surrounded by bats again or something. Oh shit, it's half a man. Okay, you can call items. Do we have any? No, nothing interesting to use with you. Lighter's probably good there. Oh, the Doom situation. Yeah, it's never gonna get better. Yeah, no, I mean, I knew you were referring to the game, but anyways. All right, it might be time to start using some of those prey points a little bit. Vacuum the dead guy. I'm sure that'll work. Oh, damn. How could that not work? There's so much glass inside of that vacuum. This is not very effective. Maybe I try the lighter again? Try the camera. Just try everything. Nothing. Okay. I mean, praying is effective, but it's a limited resource, so gotta keep tabs on that. Oh my god, ow. We're just running from the next torso we find. This is not worth it. Alright, maybe it was worth it. Move. Probably save at this point. Alright, good. Asuka, we got a space in our inventory? We sure do. A worn sword. Alright, well, we can at least trade that out for the fruit knife. Better than that. Oh, yeah, that's actually a good note to take. There's a generator outside. Okay. There's a generator outside. We'll clear the dark area. Here. Sweet. Alright, what's over here? Snakes! Okay. You know, before, earlier today, I was thinking about, you know, stuff to just talk about on stream. And the idea of talking about, you know, old phobias or something had maybe popped up, or common phobias that I might have. And I was going through the, you know, the list of like, okay, well, you know, not super great with heights, like, you know, but no one really is when they're, like, standing on a glass platform on, like, a really tall building. So, you know, that's only so worth talking about. And then thinking about, you know, the dark, it's like, yeah, I used to be kind of afraid of the dark, but I mean, really, it's only when it's like, okay, I'm alone in my apartment and I'm looking behind me, and it's like, well, it's just me at my dark gaming desk, and then, you know, oh crap. Me at my dark gaming desk, and then seeing, you know, nothing in the background. It's silent, it's creepy, it's like, what if there's someone around, that kind of thing. So this is all pretty reasonable, I think. And I was just trying to think, it's like, I don't think I really have, like, nearly the same number of, like, you know, common phobias and stuff like that that I used to. I think the only thing I could maybe argue for that, yeah, I don't know. The only common phobia I have is fear of talking to people, fear of yapping. I'm socially awkward, very much so in real life. If the PNG tuber model didn't tip you off to that, I definitely have difficulties, you know, socializing. Oh god, no, get the blue wisp out of here. Here, take the little girl. She'll be fine. Yeah, I don't know. It kind of makes for a boring point of discussion, but I guess that's just how things went. Any other notes about that? I guess maybe some of the other, like, common fears that there are definitely common fears, like, I just don't understand for some people, where it's like, okay, you know what, like, it's a free world to a certain extent. You can be afraid of whatever you want to be afraid of, but, like, when people say they're, like, afraid of, like, clowns, I don't get it. Or maybe even kids being afraid of clowns. Especially gets weirder when they're adults. Like, why would adults or kids be afraid of clowns? They're just, they dress kind of weird, but they're just performers. They're people. It's like, I don't know. There's nothing scary about a clown, in my opinion. But uncommon phobias. We'll get there. Phobia of dogs. Very brave of you to admit. I mean, I also honestly don't really like dogs too much. I mean, I wouldn't quite say that I'm afraid of dogs, but I do think that dogs just, I don't really vibe with dogs. They're just too kind of, they're too happy. They're constantly all about you, and I dislike how just extroverted that is. They never really give you space. It's always about them. They're always just constantly excited to see you, and they want to shower you with love, and it's just kind of like, I'd really rather not. I was actually I think for a while, maybe as a child, I was scared by dogs just because okay, so evil child story time. I was maybe a little bit too. I liked the dog. I was trying to be nice to it a lot of times, but I was also as a kid like, haha, the dog is scared of the handheld vacuum cleaner, and then eventually, after chasing it for a while, it bit me. Very rightfully deserved. I was maybe scared of dogs thereafter for a little while, but it just, I deserved it. I was being a shithead kid. But thankfully, since then, it's not been an issue. Otherwise, it's just a matter of, like I mentioned, it's personality type stuff. I'm much more of a cat person. Cats will just leave you alone, and they make you earn their respect, which is like, you know what? Kind of a power move. Like it. I like it a lot. Yeah, cats don't give a fuck. That's what makes them awesome. That's what makes them based, even. Okay, wrong button. Party. Kiko. Okay, there we go. And on the breed, from my experience, cats are more often chill, but I'm a lot more comfortable taking care of a dog than a cat. Really? I mean, taking care of a cat is, in my experience, or at least conception, very easy. Most of the time, cats just kind of, sit in another room, and if you leave them alone, they aren't really going to, bother you. I guess there is kind of the, inherent unpredictability of cats sometimes. There's that mallet. I'm getting the mallet. Yeah, cats do kind of have unpredictability sometimes. I can maybe understand that. Some cats are chill as long as you leave them alone, but then the moment you try to, like, get near some, they start howling at you and, biting you and scratching you and shit, and that's not fun. Alright, come on. Let's beat up the skull. Break another priceless soul open. While cats climbing on your stuff. Yeah, I guess it get kind of, annoying that way. You're afraid of clowns because it exists. Oh, like the movie It? Is that what you're talking about? I mean, I could see that for, like, some people, but I mean, there's also just, like, not a lot of children in the modern era anymore have seen It, and there are still some children afraid of clowns. Granted, it's not like there's a lot of clowns anymore. I don't think exactly, we live in a post-internet age. I think that kids get more entertainment from Cocomelon than clowns, nowadays. But, yeah, I don't know. It's one that I still just genuinely don't understand. Another one that I also really don't get very much is needles. Like, I fully relate to not liking needles at the doctor's office. Like, I still look away and close my eyes and kind of wince whenever I have to, get, like, a shot or something like that. But also, like, that's really the only time where it's like, okay, like, yeah, there's gonna be a little bit of pain. I'm not really a fan of it, so I kind of wince and I just don't look at it, and it's fine. I don't want to be reminded of the fact that I'm a flesh automaton powered by neurotransmitters, so I just look away. But, like, I've known people who just genuinely can't look at images of needles, and, like, that completely, like, wigs them out. And that's not something that I can... Oh, okay. How rude. That's not something that I can, completely relate to. Like, it's just, it's an image on a screen. It's not gonna hurt you. And, like, also, it would be... I mean, it would have been pretty fucking hard to do, my job. Wait, no, I don't want to pray. Do my job and, like, research what I wanted to. Ooh, God. It's not good. Kazuo! Don't get your fucking legs broken. Because, like, I am... For those who don't know, I have experience as a chemist. I got my master's in chemistry. had to do a lot of research, and you have to use a lot of needles in chemistry because there are some things that you have to draw out from like behind a rubber stopper. It would be pretty fucking hard to go through life, you know, being afraid of needles while doing that at the same time. Just wouldn't work. Exiled all the clowns from the world. It's probably it. It's deserved. Clowns are still weird as a concept, anyways. Never really enjoyed the not afraid of it. I was just more just like, you know, looking at clowns, just being like, but why? Why is this entertaining? It's just somebody dressed up in colorful makeup and white face. I don't know. It seems strange more than anything. Like mimes. I mean, for the exact same reasons. But I guess entertainment used to be pretty scant back in the day, so. Bad spit, no effect. Good, we love to see it. Not the vacuum. Bats aren't going to really be entertained by the vacuum. They're not dogs. Hello, Governor. Crippling fear of British people. I mean, there's a good chance most of the world has that. You know, after decolonization. Asuka's got good weapon. What did I give Asuka again? She have the... Yeah, she has the sword. Alright, that makes sense. Okay, we could probably save the game again. Alright, so let's see. What's the notes here? My text is cubed. It sure is, buddy. It sure is. Alright. Okay, so we have 3 frescoes per area. I guess this is technically 3 within the area, so there's no more here. Mallet can break mirrors and boulders. I haven't seen a boulder or a mirror yet, but I did get a mallet, so that's progress. Generator outside will clear the dark area, and I got the mallet under the desk. Okay. We'll just cross that one out. Alright, I think just wander outside for a little bit. I think there's a couple more doors I didn't actually get to. Good place for the mouse to live. Oh, here we go. What a wonderful little room. Oh god, it's a room full of boulders. However, do I solve this issue? That's it. I'm getting me mallets. We are horrifying. Don't let us into Africa. If only I had that kind of power. Wait a minute. Who the hell has the, Who has the mallet? Is it these guys? Wood, log, rope. Did I looked at it and didn't pick it up. Fuck. Okay. Party, other one. Alright, let's go. And hopefully avoid the bats this time. And instead run into something else. Excellent. Alright, come on. We could run away from a stationary skull, right, guys? Emmy, Akiko, come on now. Okay, wrong button. Item, remedy on self. Good. Okay, now run. Alright, sweet. Essiania. I mean, you could just keep going at this point. Like I said, just about 80% of the world. I'm pretty sure that's the statistic I remember of how much of the world's land that, you know, Britain once colonized. But, you know, that's all in the past. It's not too bad, right? Unless you're the Top Gear crew going into Argentina and then you get run out. But, yeah, that's not too bad otherwise. Alright, goodbye maggots. Now I actually get to go in here. Mallet. Sweet. I enjoyed every second of it. Hold on, keep that opinion off Twitter. You don't want them to know. You don't want them to know that. Wire. Okay. I guess that could be useful for something. Oh, wait, right. That's the lockpick. In case the party dies, there are all these different little items all over the place. But we're not gonna have that happen. We need the best ending. I'm sure I can use all of my gaming skill to not lose any party members in this NES RPG, right? Right? Everything for the NES and Famicom was for babies. This is baby game, right? He says, full well knowing that there are just, like, instant death rooms in this game. Okay, so what's the health on everybody? Akiko could use some health, so... We're on Akiko. Hold on, let's save before I deal with old party menus. Okay. We're on Akiko. Use the tonic. There we go. Okay. And pray up. Nice. For some reason, there's a prayer inside of a bottle. Alright, onwards. Yes, these are the alternate personal items. Yep. If one is caught in battle, pray. All the people that you helped along your adventure will come and help you. And eventually the player's name will also come and appear, but that's kind of a meta point that I can't really write down. Like, what are our items? Remedy Woodwood. Oh, great, I can't see the weapon. Alright, fine, whatever. We'll just call the others and call it. Insert God Save the Queen. If only I knew how to actually sing it. What I will always respect Britain for is the contribution to music, though. I mean, the musical act, you know, Queen themselves is probably my favorite musical act ever. That's definitely something. When silver weapons are effective against spirits. Good to know. Aw, oh, come on. That sprite was not that big. Queen's probably my favorite musical act ever. And, you know, I love Black Sabbath. Love anything from Ozzy Osbourne. Well, maybe not anything, but a lot of things from Ozzy. Oh, there's the team button. There's like 5 different buttons to interact with your party members. Rocks block the way. Well, that's convenient. Maybe I shouldn't be wandering around in the dark. I'm gonna get lost. And, you know, I respect basically any of the other musical contributions to the rock and roll world. While I don't know, the Beatles aren't exactly my favorite in all cases. I do, you know, love what they've done. You know, that was other album am I thinking of? Revolver, and Revolver's probably my favorite album out of them. Rubber Soul's also good in places too. Party, get the other ones over here. I'm pretty sure the camera works on this. Ah, okay. Well, under the bridge. Reject dog, return to cat. So true. You want to raise? Alright, doll crushed. Item camera. Nothing happened. Okay, something completely different. Alright, so we have darkness on both paths. Generator off to the east, through the darkness. Pretty sure it's through the darkness anyways. No more doors to use keys on. I'm pretty sure, right? Yoko Ono concert. Yeah, yes, everybody's favorite Beatle. Okay, so I came from that direction. There's nothing over there. Dolky, oh no. Actually, it's a doll. What am I doing running? Just crush it. The Haunted Doll Watch has nothing on me. Alright. I think if I remember correctly, it was like you had to just navigate through the dark, so I'm gonna just try that out for a minute. Alright, and this is what makes navigating through the dark even scarier. The fact that you have to try to actually call your teammates in the midst of it. Oh, I'd really rather not fight. Yeah, no zombies, thank you. But YOLO swag, blind dark maze. Yeah, exactly. Oh, and since I don't have to be here, do that. No, let's go flashlight, shadows. Alright, that's like slightly different than the other thing. Okay. Okay, well maybe if I don't have to do this, I will go out and try to find the actual direction. Not fighting a torso if I can help it. There we go. Oh, fuck. Okay, this is bad idea. Maybe a little afraid of the dark. Mostly because I don't know where the fuck I'm going. Okay, go back to the other side, perhaps? The log helps me with the shortcut here, but nothing happens. Okay, no. So it's just this good board and bad board, that's right. Tonic, rope, wood, put the wood down. Yeah, don't let any of the European countries into Africa again. Probably won't end well. Maybe it was the other dark maze that I had to get my way through? Party. That's why I'm not going to be saving for a while. Just in case. And the woods. I know the wood's probably going to break on this, but it's either this or take the long way around. And man, I'm a gamer. I'm too impatient for that. Thankfully, the maggots aren't something to actually worry about right now. No. Team. Okay. Alright. You all have wood in your inventory, right? Alright. Just doing some exploration. What do you mean nothing happened? Oh, so I'm not close enough. Misleading sprites. Actually, wait a minute. No, hold on. Isn't this like the dumbest thing in the world? Oh yeah, that this is like actually just rocks. So if I have the... Ah, come on, don't tell me it's the guy across the chasm that has it. Yeah, of course he has the mallet. Alright, he's making a long way around. Ah, come on, run away from the worms. It's just worms, dude! Okay, good. Let that be a lesson. Whenever the game isn't treating you well, just complain. It will automatically start working. Just gonna leave? I guess so. Oh, darn. These are special rocks. Okay. I legitimately couldn't remember if, like, leaving out the front would eventually would find you back in, like, the garden area or something. Yeah. Yeah, it turns out that dying in this mansion really isn't worth it. Bro, these frescoes. I think the world will live on without capturing this little piece of history. Okay, but this was saying where the generator is. Friends are about to fall. Team with them. Okay. Actually, I could just beat these guys up. That won't be too bad. Okay. I don't remember there being anything special in this room. Oh, because it's super tiny, that's why. Well, at least from what I could see. I'm pretty sure it's like you can cross with wood here, but obviously I don't know where the hell I'm going, so that's not worth it. You really want to know? I'm going to wander for just a little bit longer. Let's see. Hold on. Wasn't there a way to reset to the last save point? Isn't it like restart? Yeah, okay. If it is something painful, like, oh, you just didn't try a key on a door, I'll maybe take that as a hint, but otherwise I'm going to just wander for a little bit. Okay, come on, party. So crash, metal pipe fall. You silly goose, there's no metal pipe item in this game. How could that possibly happen? That was this room with all the bullshit in it, in case you somehow managed to lose a character already. He doesn't know. He doesn't know about the funny metal pipe. See. Wonder if you'd have to do a future out-owning stream, getting a lot of parallels. Yeah, I know that's like a famous, isn't that a famous RPG Maker game with that weird purple face? I mean, maybe if I really just want to, do a trip down memory lane for some people, I do it. Because I'll be honest, I never actually played that game. That was, not being an RPG fan, that was a little bit outside of my realm. When getting into, fan games and ROMs and such. So I never actually encountered it, so I have no idea what's up with it. Nothing happens. Board tonic. I know you can move these things eventually. I don't have anything to actually make that happen. Or wait a minute, is it something like... wood, board, use wood? No, not use wood. I don't think there's anything with that. Okay. Should I speak in pyramid? As long as you don't put the curse of Ra on me, speaking in pyramid is in fact allowed here. You are gonna put the curse of Ra on me, however. You can do that, but you will be banned. You're allowed to, but, there will be consequences. Back in the olden days, like every LPer made content on it. Yeah, I think I remember. I remember that being kind of in the recommended, but I was just looking at it, through thumbnails, and it's like, I don't know. No interest. Didn't appeal to me. That's just a fake door out there, because that's not somewhere I can actually be. I'm gonna go back to the dark room for a little bit. Well, actually, no. Let me just check and make sure that I have tried all the keys on these doors. Nothing happened. It was, and the couple of LPers I actually did watch when I was younger didn't bother with that. They were, that's how I actually managed to, find all the older, like, NES and SNES type games. Like, I watched, I've talked about this with you before, Grim, but I've watched, like, Proton John, Azura Blade, some of the other ones I watched were, like, Red Yoshi 91, I think was his number. And so it was mostly just like watching people play retro stuff, stuff that they grew up with. And that, changed actually. That forever shaped how I would actually, game in the future, because it turns out, oh wow, I actually like what they grew up with a lot more than what I'm trying to grow up with here. Well, maybe not. I don't want to give the GameCube era shit. The GameCube era was kick-ass, but, versus something like watching, more Call of Duty or something like that, yeah, that couldn't be me. You know what I said? Sure. I didn't hear whatever you said in Pyramid beforehand, but... It's Pharaoh Man's curse. That's okay. Toguchi over here has the flash stopper. I will be just fine. Toguchi is the flash stopper, and effectively Kazuo has the Pharaoh shot, you know, with his power, with his lighter. So no, I already tried the stuff up that way. Pretty sure. They keep kicking me out of that dark room up there. And there's just a medicine thing. I tried the key on that door. Now it's gonna break mirrors and boulders. Haven't found a mirror yet. Fonts wild in chat. I actually didn't see it. Oh, there we go. I see it over there. I see it in the chat window. Going back to Africa, you kind of stopped me. Yeah, it's interesting. I mostly look at the OBS's overlay for chat during the stream, but now that I actually looked over to the stream preview itself, yeah, I could see that y'all be typing out sigils. Okay, maybe there's just a different direction in here to go. Oh, wait a minute, I'm just an idiot. There's a wax candle, right? I think that's actually the key to this. Hold on. I'm winging my ding. Nice, bro. Okay, and where did I leave the candle? Probably back up and past the fucking bats again. There it is. Okay. Item. Probably get rid of the... I'll swap out the tonic. We'll be fine. No, not you. Oh, okay. Well, we're reloading that save. Just wasted a bunch of time anyways, so... I really wish the B button just brought up a party switch menu rather than a party health menu. It does not, for some reason, does not compute in my brain. Okay, there we go. Is this what we're supposed to be doing? We'll find out in a second after this commercial enemy. Yes, there we go. Okay. Science, we did it. We did it, Reddit. Okay. I'm a streamer. I have brain power. I think the reason I don't think I've ever seen this actually, because I'm pretty sure when I watched Deceased Crab's old playthrough, he just barreled right through because he knew the layout, like the back of his hand already. So I literally just did not remember the fact that you could, you know, just light up the candle. Okay, so that's this way. Already bring them through, so before I forget. Team, no. Okay, not the right button, but sure. Can you use this lighter? Nothing happens. Okay. Party, Toguchi. Alright, okay. We're cooking. Now cast gay. You are forced to like men forever now. Well, thank God you didn't cast that over 20 years ago. That would have gone over much differently in this country. I don't know what it's like over in the UK, but 20 years ago in America, it wasn't such a good place to be. Marty, Emmy. Okay, use thing again. Why can I get light out of a wax candle, but not a lighter? I guess the lighter would, I guess the lighter is not bright enough. Move Taguchi. There we go. Oop. It'd be really cool if there was actually like a modern fan remake of this game. I mean, you could say that about basically anything, but like I feel like this game would be a prime candidate for it. Not only just because of the whole Resident Evil tie-in thing, but just because it's kind of this weird, you know, passionate cult classic type thing. I could feel like somebody would probably be able to, you know, upgrade a couple of aspects, maybe still keep the horror Metroidvania stuff, but just, you know, maybe modernize the menus a little bit and, you know, add to the ambiance, the spooky graphics, the everything. Actually, I could probably start attacking these guys now. Oh, never mind. Lord Tonic, no. Okay, well, let's just see if we can't do more damage with the mallet. That might work. No effect. Alright. It's just up to Taguchi and Asuka to actually do the damage around here. Meanwhile, everyone else stabs at it like a small child. Pride 1, flee, shit's... yeah, duck. That'll surely dodge the chandelier, right? Yeah, sure. That works. Fun, spooky exploration time. Look, as we wander throughout the dark. I'm glad at least they get this kind of gimmick out of the way early in the game, though. This would be quite the pain in the ass to have to do much later on. When everything's actually, you know, really out to kill you. Right now, we can thankfully just be like, okay, well, you know, the enemies are moderate. They're only doing so much. The only thing to really be afraid of is the torso. So you can spend a whole bunch of time wandering around with your thumb up your ass in the dark, and it's not actually that big of a deal. I love how fast this fucking statue can move. It's ridiculous. Popeye after he eats a whole person. I yam what I yam. I don't feel like Popeye is into vor. Like there's just a part of me that says he's too much of a principled traditional individual to be on that freak shit. I mean, I don't know what the fanon gets up to, but I feel like in canon, they probably just been like, oh no, Popeye's just a typical man's man, right? Like, it would be fucking wild if we had, you know, canonical Popeye vor. Now, Garfield is probably canonical Popeye vor. He's definitely into that shit. But, you know, that's an easy pull. Anybody can figure that one out. Into a blowy town. Yeah, who isn't? Anyway. Well, who isn't? G. Get his ass over here. We need a camera and a vacuum cleaner. Quickly. Nothing. I'm pretty sure there's a fresco right here. There it is. Right before the bats cause a duel encounter. Taunt. Blind. Alright. Let's take a picture. Oh, what do we call this? Dark as fuck area? That sounds about right. Our 10th anniversary. Anniversary. And our first son is born. Is born. Alright. Let's see if this actually comes back to have gameplay ramifications. I actually don't remember how much of the lore is important to this game. I don't remember how La Mulana adjacent this game actually is. And that's what's fun about it. Actually playing this and revisiting it after over a decade of not remembering anything. What, flashing people and sucking them? Yeah, and? We're all consenting adults here. Wait, no. Hold on. Camera. I can recall what happened 30 minutes ago. Bats bit. Bats don't do shit. It's fine. Cells fell on sale for vacuum cleaners and vacuum cleaner accessories for $4. Bats. Lighter. No, don't use the remedy. I'm getting confused over who's where. Whatever. Just kill the bats. The other people don't need to be here. It's fine. This is like a trash mob anyways. Oh, alright. Another bat. Why not? The Sneed Erasure. Yeah, true. Snell's Snell and Snell. What's not to like about that? Or Sneed, Snell, and Snell? It was an important local business. It supported cowboys and... It supported cowboys and their families for generations. Many of them being naked cowboys, but that's what, you know, was important to the community. Man, the jokes really are just not on point this week. Okay, walk forward, unteam here. Yeah, it's, my commentary this week has really been indicative of the fact that I need a fucking break. To just recharge a little bit. I'm flat out not doing an edit this weekend to make a clip. I just don't have the brain power in me. I've been worn out by it, so, you know, taking a break this weekend with it, come back next weekend with stuff. It'll be fine, right? It'll be fine. Besides, otherwise it's been a little stressful anyways. I've going to Ram Ranch to stream. We sure are. Don't you know that's where this exact manor is? Let's have a clip up this week, provided I get paid. Well, yeah, but, you know, nothing that I'm actually editing. Which, actually, that brings me to the other point of, like... Okay, the signs of sell joke, blah, blah. F and S end with the name of the owner. Therefore, when Chuck owned, it would have been Chuck's... Yeah. What do you think I was going to say? Alright, it was supposed to rhyme. I fucking forgot the joke for so long. Oh, God. Oh, God. The meme now just slipping away from me. But yeah, no, like, I've been stressed this weekend, this week, because I've been trying to figure out the stupid PayPal shit, to pay Grim for a clip that he made for me. In order to pay him, but also not dox myself. North for the East Garden. Okay, well, that's direct. Because PayPal is just a pain in the fucking ass to actually use. Even more so in business form. It's less intuitive, and something that I was finding out, and I'm pretty sure this is what's happening and giving me such a fucking migraine aneurysm attack, is that, a rune spear? I guess that's probably better than a rune axe. A rune knife, whatever. Yeah, we'll switch it out. Why not? Variety. One of the stupid things PayPal was doing, I was just trying to connect my bank, and the auto fast connect that PayPal has nowadays, it seems to not actually work with my bank. It decided that it was going to just chop off the last number of my account, and that's why it kept giving me an error every time I tried to actually put money into it. So I had to, I think I realized that basically today, that was the problem. And so now I just have to wait like 2 days for PayPal to do the old-fashioned way of putting a little bit of money in here and then taking it out later and then matching up that number so I could properly do so and just get PayPal to fucking function like a real website should. Dumb shit. But thankfully, at least in principle, I'm pretty sure it should work to not dox myself upon paying somebody, because I was able to test it with one of my friends who already knows my name, so it doesn't matter if it fucks up. And I was able to hide my name and address and everything, so it should be okay. Just need to actually get PayPal to work, and it will be great. Okay, so look at the skeleton. And choosing it as a handle for paying for the PayPals that only work for the personal PayPals. That only works for the PayPal business, which is the entire reason why I had to go through this stupid ordeal. Let's not team up here. This will be a pain in the ass to cross. Oh no, someone, you have the lighter? Hold on, who has the lighter? Or the wax candle? It's Akiko. Okay, Akiko goes then. I was also looking into trying to, do the same thing on Venmo, but Venmo's even worse with that. Venmo's business account version doesn't allow you to actually, it allows you to use an alias. It does not allow you to, I'm gonna get crushed here, I'm pretty sure. Ow, okay. How's everybody doing? We're doing fine. Yeah, no, the Venmo, business doesn't allow you to, it allows you to use an alias, but it will display your, at the very least, your state and zip code, which is so stupid. It's so dumb. It's not fair. Pick up those words of reuse, then later you will need to know this. Yeah, I do know that I can. I'm just trying to think about what items I could probably get rid of at this point. Or maybe just, down. Asuka could probably use a heal at this point. How's Asuka's inventory looking? What does Asuka have? Oh, Asuka has a free spell. It's because there's the one board that's down. Okay. Alright. We'll down a tonic with... Well, let's save before we do that. Down a tonic with her. Okay. And let's see. Item. We'll move the log over to Taguchi's inventory. We'll split the team here. We'll go over to the 3 numbnuts over here. Get them back over. Damn it. Alright. Well, that didn't quite work out the way I wanted it to. Well, now that Emmy's over here. What does Emmy have in her inventory? A key and the board and the tonic. Okay, well, she could put a board back down then. Okay, put this board down. Pick up this board. And then I believe that we can use the rope. Yeah, hold on. Party, Taguchi. Item, rope. Have to be in the exact spot, I'm pretty sure. Hold on, move these idiots out of the way again. Party, Taguchi. As clunky and annoying as this seems, this is still really cool to actually have, Alright, well, I guess I can't Grab them over. Never mind. I think that requires something else. It is still cool to actually have to kind of do this movement management like this. Like, it reminds me, just ever so slightly of this one really cool, like, Flash game that was just for, like, a Lego tie-in product, but, it was, like, Lego Spybotics. That game has probably one of the coolest kind of, like, Fire Emblem-esque, combat systems that I could possibly think of. Mostly just because of the fact that it... Oh my god, I will never get used to how the party layout is. Mostly just because of the fact that it ties health to, Actually, wait, I think I'm standing on that right now. Fucking hell. Darkness puzzles. Darkness imprisoning me. All that I see. Absolute maggots. Wrong person. Do this. Go to Asuka. Asuka. Item. Move. Board. Great. Alright. We're good. Everything's back to normal. But anyways, I love that Spybotics game. I absolutely will play it on some point on stream. Because my favorite mechanic there that I've never seen replicated in any game of that kind of, I don't know, I guess sort of CRPG, but turn-based RPG style, is just that you actually have your movement being tied to your health, where you need to move in order to regain health, but moving also makes you a bigger target as your health gets bigger too. So you have this kind of delicate balance of trying to move yourself into place, recover as much health per turn, and, you know, with moving yourself into place, making it so that you can actually, you can still manage to hit the enemy. But then, you know, you also need to strategically plan out your move so that way you don't, end up making your hitbox so large that you just bump right into, you know, the enemy's line of sight. It's a really awesome game. If you haven't seen that game yet, you know, I would still recommend checking it out a little bit. Not so much so that you won't be able to watch me play it in the future, but if you are, if the curiosity is burning a hole in your brain, which if I explained it any better, it should be. Definitely look at that, because that game has some strong memories and inspiration from my childhood, and goes to show how good some fundamental mechanics can actually make a game unique, even after, like, 20 years or more. Dead. Not quite. Kakashi, go quickly. The generator is in the East Garden. Hey, I knew that already. Redundancy's probably good, though. We don't want to end up having shit where it's just one location only. Find this information. Maggots. Again, I could probably just run. Guess I should get the team over here. Please don't fall. Okay, there was up here, and then go around, and then get cornered by a zombie again, probably. Oh no, more worms. You two have, like, the strongest weapons. You can probably do it. Yeah, there you go. Okay, and that board was solidly good, so we want to pick that up again. Take the board back. Good. I'm having actually a pretty good time as far as facial recognition is concerned. I'm glad I'm actually remembering where the boards are and not just stepping over them constantly. Okay, and we're back in this room. We have a flashlight now. Okay, I get what we're going for. Snake! Defeated. A note. Let's go flashlight shadows. Okay, yeah, we've read this. Get everyone else here. Alright, I cast flashlight on the darkness. back up here. This is very cumbersome. At the very least, I just would wish that the light would stay on even when, you don't have the other half of the party selected. But, things could be worse, I suppose. At the very least, there's not like invisible damage floors to also be stepping on. Transformers 1 last night, pretty good. Was there a new Transformers movie that came out? Or is that a show? I think that's probably good. I mean, never really had a strong connection to Transformers. I was never into, I wasn't the type of kid who was into action figures or anything like that when I was younger. I was the Lego kid when I was younger. I would play with my Legos all the time and build imaginative contraptions. And my favorite thing to do was to actually, build contraptions that I would then just completely destroy by running them into my dad's contraptions and, do the kid thing of making up playground rules constantly of, oh, well, what mine can do and how destructive it was and, oh, it's so great, blah, 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 Dad, you didn't think of this. Those are fond memories. I did have one, large Transformers action figure that someone got for me at some point, though. I think it was, I couldn't describe the actual Transformers that were a part of it, but I think it was, some kind of thing where you could actually mix 5 different Transformers together to form a Megabot, but that was fun to play with. But I literally had no idea what I was doing. I was just like, ooh, look, one of these arms is a train. That's cool. Kojima series Bionicle enjoyer. No, Bionicle was just a few years past my time. If I had seen a Bionicle commercial probably a couple, maybe 2 years earlier, I probably would have been a Bionicle kid. But because the Legos themselves got to me before Bionicles did, never really got into them. Over here. I always just thought Bionicles always just looked weird to me, too. That's partially the point. I get that, but I don't know. There was something unappealing about them. The mix of alien and robot is great, but it leaned too hard into alien for me. I would have preferred more robot. Five and 1 is Devastator. Oh. I take it you're a big Transformers fan if you can recognize it by just that terrible, shitty description alone. Oh, that's just going above and around this way? Okay, so I just made a... Alright, cool. Just rack up the step counter. Excellent. A Gen 1 Transformers enjoyer. That's fair. To still, have been into stuff like that and know a couple of things. I'd consider that still being a big fan. I definitely know a lot of, Gen 1 Yu-Gi-Oh! Stuff is actually some things I know. I wasn't, obsessed with getting a whole bunch of Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards as a kid, but, I had a handful of things from, starter decks and packs here and there. I think I had a total of probably, maybe 120, 150 cards. Nothing actually all that good. But what I did really enjoy playing, and something that my dad actually got into playing on his own, because he actually liked playing Yu-Gi-Oh! With me, so that was one of the few fun things. He actually enjoyed playing with me as a kid. He admitted that later when I was an adult, so he wasn't just insulting his child, being like, man, your games suck. Why aren't you drinking yet, kid? But the old, I don't think it's old, but the Windows XP, Yu-Gi-Oh! Games, was it Wrath of Kaiba, Joey the Passion, and something the Yugi, whatever. Those 3 were actually fun as fuck games. The computer cheated constantly, and that was irritating. But it was still fun as hell to actually have, hundreds of different cards at your disposal, so you could actually properly build something and not be barred by
money. I think my fondest memory from that game is actually there was one time where Yugi absolutely had me cornered, and I was on 300, 1,000 life or something. He had a bunch of 5-star summons on the other side of the board, and he only had 200. He had pulled a reversal on me. But what was cool? Look, the garden. Look, my corneas. But what was really cool was that even at that young age, I knew that his AI would always go for attacking with the lowest attack monster first. And so what I did was I put down some dinky 4-star monster that had 1,400 defense, and he had some 1,200 3-star monster, 300 attack, 1,200 attack 3-star monster out on the field, and motherfucker does exactly what his AI tells him to, attacks the face down card to reveal it, and bam, dies from AI poisoning when he could have just used any of his other bastards and would have won. I love exploiting patterns in AI. It's possibly the most fundamental thing that a gamer can enjoy. I just remember Yu-Gi-Oh! Playing generally with my old childhood friends. Yeah, I was a little bit late to... I was a little bit late to A, making friends, and then B, having friends to play Yu-Gi-Oh! With. I think one of my friends had Yu-Gi-Oh! But not very much of it. So I think we probably ended up playing once, and that was it. Anyways, yeah. Oh no, it's on fire. If only I had that fire extinguisher. But it's conveniently right here. Who's gonna pick it up, though? That's the big question. I remember, I think I got into it, actually, initially because there were a lot of people, in my area when I was growing up. When I was, say, single digits, let's say, 7 or 8 or so, I was still... It was still the era where the neighborhood kids would actually be out on the porch and shit, playing with each other and talking to each other. They were all, a good 7 years older than me. But there was one time where, I was able to actually watch some kids play their Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards, and I think that's what got me into it. But by the time that I got my Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards, well, everybody else had gotten their game consoles, and, I was already on my game console, so that's why I didn't go out very much. But then once everybody got on their game consoles, suddenly there was nobody to play with anymore. Make up the effect of the card because the echo was so bad. Honestly, imagination, if you can just get everyone to agree to it, then it works, right? Might as well be an official card. Spit poison. Oh no. Sure. Try it. Let's try out some items. Akiko, you're poisoned. Cure yourself. Akiko, you should cure yourself now. Okay, party. Back to Asuka. That fire extinguisher. Good. Alright. Now the cleanup squad gets to go in. Memories playing Duelist of the Roses. Ooh, that was a different game. I haven't heard of that one. Yu-Gi-Oh! Back during the DM era was so popular at school, they banned it outright. Jeez. I'm glad that I never had... I don't think I ever had to deal with, the stupid shit like Pokemon card bans or, Yu-Gi-Oh! Card bans. I think my elementary school, for all the shit that they let pass, I don't know, violent bullying, they were at least cool about the, not getting rid of, children's entertainment items. Although they were stupidly strict about phones once those started coming around. Of course every school was, but... At the same time, it's okay, really? You're gonna punish me for just having my phone go off in my bag once on accident? Fuck off. It's really not that big of a deal. In fact, I think there was actually a point where, Lightning. There we go. I think there was actually a point where if they just saw you that you had a phone at all, it would be confiscated. And it's like, but my parents gave me this phone because they want to check in on me. If you take that away, now my parents are going to be concerned. Stupid ass 2006 logic, or whatever time that actually was. Playground Yu-Gi-Oh! You just made up shit. Ultimate Obedient Fiend was the best card that format because nobody bothered to read the effect. I'm guessing it was just a giant novel of text and no child was like, damn, I have 5 seconds of attention span. I'm not reading all that. Demonstrate your prey power if you need to take an object. I see. Actually, yeah, I remember the reason why I didn't want to play Yu-Gi-Oh! With my one friend who actually did have cards. And it was because he would constantly make up rules like that, or like they wanted to not him and his brother didn't want to like obey the star system, and they just wanted to like play any 7-star thing they got the moment it went into their hand. And it's just like, dude, that takes away the entire fun. Like, I know at least the basic mechanics from watching the show. Like, this is just a pain in the ass. Don't do this to me. Alright. Pretty sure prayer is the answer, but I haven't saved yet, so let me do that. Oh, look. There we go. Drew the spear. Got it. Excellent. Okay. Just don't look at the knight. I'm not even looking at it. Look. Knight spear. Probably good. What equipment do we got here? I know we already got kind of the better stuff here. Rune Axe is still good against spiritual stuff. We don't want these people to be just completely boned against anything ghastly, apparition-like. So I guess we could just swap out the sword. Can't exchange. Okay, so it's just an item. 3,500 attack. It couldn't declare an attack unless you didn't control anything else and had no cards in your hand. Yes. The last resort type of card. But yeah, kids just like, it's got big numbers. I want use. What? Rules? Rules no exist. This playground. God, I always hated other kids my age. I was just one of those old fart children. I did not enjoy the horseplay and constant movement of my cohort. I was just like, can y'all like maybe slow down a little bit? Like, I'm not a book. I mean, I wasn't a book reading nerd, but I was like a, quiet to myself kind of nerd. I would like to follow the rule kind of nerd, I was always kind of, I think my parents would call me both the old man and the critic, because I always had something to say and always had something, usually something, scathing to say about something, why I didn't enjoy a thing. So, made me real fun to hang around with, all the other kids. Editor's note, I was heavily bullied as a child. There was a weird, like, jock streak. Jock streak? That sounds strange. There was a weird, just kind of, like, jock-y-ness to, like, my elementary school, for some reason. Like, almost everyone there was some kind of, into some kind of sport, really like gym class more than anything else. Meanwhile, I was a weak child who played with a Game Boy and a GameCube, and everyone thought that was lame. And maybe I made a few friends there, and they were best friends for quite a while. But other fallings out happened, but that's neither here nor there. Even nothing happened. All right. The legends back then of a kid owning a Japanese import Blue Eyes Ultimate. Then someone showed up with a Dragon Master Knight and became god of the playground. Sometimes all it takes is the coolest card for you to be the coolest kid. You don't have the fire extinguisher. Okay, the other group has it. Right, it wasn't a one-use thing? Oh no, it was a one-use thing. I would have to go all the way back for the other fire extinguisher. I guess we're going all the way back for the other fire extinguisher. Alright, can we leave a tonic here? Or can we leave like a board here at least? No? I can't just drop a thing? Alright, I'm pretty sure the other group can at least put the spear away. I was trying to save the room on the east for last, but pretty sure I can just pop in here and drop the spear in this knight's hand and then actually go get the fire extinguisher. Okay, leave. Good. Although, this is a conundrum. They don't have the candle. They would have to... Oh, that fire extinguisher is a long way back, isn't it? It's all the way back at the beginning. Hold on. Maybe I'll just ignore that room for now. Maybe there's a shortcut back this way. Again, that fire pit is not mandatory if you just want to go to the other room. Okay. That's fair. Need to retain an event to see called Dragon Master Magia. An additional fun fact, it costs more money than 2 Glock 19s. Yeah, the price inflation on trading cards is just the entire reason why I would not want to get into it. Like, I grew up with a working class background, so there's a lot of like things I just can't justify purchasing. Like, I don't know how people can purchase, say, like tons of Apple products. Like, it's just way too expensive. Couldn't possibly be me. And then just a bunch of other kind of collection type things as well. Just never, like, I never had anything that I was like obsessed with collecting, put it that way. I had some Yu-Gi-Oh cards, but I wasn't like, super into actually bothering to collect them. I had a couple Pokemon cards, same kind of story. Wasn't like, oh man, I want all these monoplanes. I want tons and tons of Legos. I want every single kind. I want all the minifigure sets. I want, blah, blah, blah. It's like, I don't know. Never manifested that way for me. Okay, that's that back that way. Tank the fire if you just run through it. Yeah, honestly, I could probably just... It is a good point. You can just save the game here and run on through. Look. Take a camera, take a note, and then reload the save. You're seeing this like dueling book exists. Yeah, right? Damn. And now I saved all this money so I could spend it on fucking VTubing and pay people for art and clips. Fun. Now that's the thing I also have to get used to with this, is actually spending money on a hobby. I don't know how to do that. It's really hard for me because always I've just spent, little bits of money here and there on the occasional video game, and then even then it's usually like the replayable video game or the low cost one. So like, or getting used to definitely legitimate ways of getting ROMs. Yeah. Now I have to actually get used to spending money and not, being cheap about it. Because there is to quote my favorite food tuber, Adam Ragusia, there's a certain point where you make enough income that being frugal turns into being cheap. And I have to fight that urge. VTubing is probably way cheaper than building a single Yu-Gi-Oh deck. Oh, fuck yeah. I have a friend who has... A couple of my friends are actually into Yu-Gi-Oh! And among other things that they collect, too, including, anime statues and other VTuber merch and shit like that. They burn through money, and it's like, okay, well, I'm glad that you have at least one of you has a fucking computer science degree and is making a good bit over 6 figures. You have the money to burn on this, but I'm just saying, you could be spending your money a little bit better. Come on now. Okay, so how's your prey points looking? We don't want to spend all of your prey points. Have the other guy do it. No, wrong button. No, also wrong button. There you go. Team up, party, Taguchi. There we go. Okay. I keep pausing on the fucking flashing frame. It's starting to hurt my brain. God, that cutscene kicks ass. I love that so much. It barely makes any sense, but I mean, hell, if you're just gonna pray and have lightning strike the night, yeah, fuck it. Sure, might as well make it look cool. You have the very first English printings of the God cards from Oceania in Secret Rare. Wow, that's a pretty cool collector's item. How, I'm sure you've looked at some point. Are you curious what the, I'm curious what the, estimated value of that would be? About $1,200 for the whole set near mint. Very nice. It's not even about, you know, the money of like, oh, well, you know, I plan on selling this again one day. It's just cool to say, it's like, oh, I have this item that is very coveted by a lot of people. I'm not selling it, but it's very cool. You know, and here's how much other people value it at. There's sometimes nothing sweeter for me, at least, than being able to deny someone else a very expensive item that they want. Maybe that's just a character flaw on my end, but there is something funny about how I had some of my friends were playing a Discord thing. Hold on, let me move this. Like a Discord card pull thing called Mude, and they got fiercely competitive over it for some reason. And there was just, I don't know. I wasn't actually planning on playing it, but I was just like, I don't know, sure. We're all talking about it right now. I'll press the pull button, and I got like some kind of like, I don't know, rent-a-girlfriend character that like apparently someone else was building a collection for. And it was like, oh my god, Prey, give me that. I'm like, no. No, actually. I find more enjoyment out of denying your full sets. I'm going to just hold on to it and watch you squirm. Because I'm a bad person, fundamentally. Grandma got me them for Christmas. They're family heirlooms as I'm concerned. Good man. I would agree and wholeheartedly with your decision. Asuka joined, and other guy's name. What's his name? It's Taguchi is going to get swept away in one frame. Bye, Taguchi. Whee! Alright, so this is just a mallet. Okay, and this is gas, which I'm probably going to need. Well, hold on. I'll come back for the gas. I feel like I remember not, like, flat out needing it. Oh, God, you're all the way back here? Well, you're not rejoining the party for a while. Hey, what's up? Not too much. We're playing a cool little, you know, retro game here. I have some passing familiarity with it from a playthrough I watched like 13 years ago. And we're just, you know, seeing what I do and don't remember. And actually getting to experience the sick music and atmosphere for myself. Oh god, please tell me he didn't have the hammer. Okay, good. He didn't have the mallet. Who had it? Was it one of these jokers? Okay, good. Kazuo had it. He keeps fucking me up slightly, that character's named Kazuo, just because I have one friend who uses Kazuto as his, like, you know, gamer tag handle. And it's just like I keep thinking of him every single time I see the name. 40 years of darkness, 40 years of lightning, 40 years of mad dogs running around this place. Okay, well, thankfully, there does not seem to be a need for the camera right now. I'm probably gonna, like, open up this door and there's gonna be a fresco in here. But, you know, we don't need to think about that for right now. I'm surprised. This is actually going a lot better than I thought it would. I was anticipating not remembering shit, and, like, I, for some reason, felt this game had, like, extremely obscure puzzles and stuff to actually get through. I mean, granted, it is still just the beginning, but, like, outside of the use the wax candle in the dark room, which didn't take too long to figure out, I haven't actually had too much problems with all the puzzles and such so far. I was expecting to be just, you know, dog stuck constantly. Generator, fuck, that's right, the gas. Alright, you have space for gas. Let's go get the gas. Gas him up. We're gonna gas this generator up. And hopefully it doesn't say defamatory things on Twitter. Alright, move that, take it with you. Don't chance it. I really wanted to speedrun going through that door there, but, you know, the risk versus the reward was just not gonna be worth it. The running rate in this game is actually pretty good, I would say. Outside of that, like, couple zombie encounters that were just, like, impossible to get away from. It's not so bad. Especially for a survival horror game. Like, I would expect it to be a lot more like, okay, if you try to run, you're probably not getting away on the first try, you know? Just so that way makes your health a much more of a resource to have to conserve and work with. But this is actually not so bad. Random dagger flying out of the wall for some reason. Ow. Crash. Receive 10 damage. Ouch, I received 10 damage. Shit, that's bad. I can go see a doctor now. Here's my handle, my username. My name is Alexandro James, because there's a middle name. First name's Alexandro. Whatever, man. I mean, people call themselves crazy or shit online. You're welcome to call yourself basically anything you'd like. The generator. That, I don't know why, that tickled me for some reason. Just a text box on screen saying, the generator. It's like, Da Vinci? Alright. Use the gas. Gas poured. Alright. Look generator? Switch on the generator? Hell yeah. Yay! No more 40 years of darkness! Okay, I'm pretty sure Taguchi has a rope, so we don't need to grab another one. Full name is Grimothy Special Sauce. Hey, Grimothy Special Sauce here. What makes a good Mega Man level? I haven't actually listened to it for a while, but the courtyard music here actually is slamming. I'm surprised I don't remember it very much. Obviously, a good Mega Man level has 12 bosses in it. Oh fuck. Wrong person to ask. I forgot. Sorry. I mean, it just feels good. It sure does. Although man, the lightning is starting to hurt my eyes a little bit. There's a lot of flashing lights in this going on right now. Not quite as bad as some of the Mega Man levels I've had to play, but still pretty bad. Feel like I'm getting constantly hit with Discord light mode every 5 seconds. Or hell, like 2 seconds. I am obviously Latino. Cool. Cool, man. Alright, hey, there you are, bud. No need to stand in the darkness anymore. Okay, so, let's see. Let's get the other 3 over here. The worst fate any human being can experience. Yeah, I really wouldn't want to subject anybody to that. I'd subject someone to the curse of Ra before the curse of light mode. Worthless man's flashing lights follow you wherever you go. Oh god, it's so true. I will be forever haunted by that by that Mega Man level. Okay, you get time for a little bit more stuff here. Collect some things. I think that's like a weapon. Probably want like the club. Items, let's see. Rune, and Worn. I'll get rid of some of the runes crap. It's not very good anymore. Curse of Slifer. Ooh, well, that only works if you have so many cards, if you sacrifice so many cards to get there. Alright, was it cards in your hand? I think it was cards in your hand, right? It scaled to cards in your hand. Slifer was always my favorite of the 3. Like, for me, between Ra, Slifer, and Obelisk was, like, just the most boring. Because it's just like, I have big 4,000 health, 4,000 attack, 4,000 defense. Isn't that cool? It's like, man, that's not dynamic. That's boring. You're boring. Or at least, you know, with Ra and Slifer, you could, you know, scale things to your own liking. But, you know, Ra would also end up being inconsistent too. It's just like, well, you know, sometimes you only have some dog shit monsters on the field to sacrifice. Meanwhile, Slifer, I was like, this is definitely the more consistent route. My hand is always full of things. This is because I am 7 years old and don't know how to actually play the game. Okay, so we want to send the person with the board over. So, Asuka, it's your turn again. Actually, hold on. Team, split up, party, Asuka. Gains 1,000 attack for each card in your hand. Yep, there we go. I was right. Any card lets you the Slifer support and makes you and your opponent both draw 6 cards. So, Cyrus in Japan. The name Slifer actually comes from a producer for it. His name's Roger Slifer. Huh, that's interesting. It also makes way more sense now. Osiris probably should be the name. Just, I mean, to fit the Egyptian gods theming. Slifer is nothing. But it sounds cool, and that's kind of what matters. Like Animal Crossing. Woo, yeah! Animal Crossing was something I never personally got into. I just, cozy games, quote-unquote cozy games, weren't never my thing. Not for any, you know, matter of hating them. It's just a matter of, like, I don't know. Just got bored. Wasn't really, what I was going for. Okay, so how do I do this without just having an absolute disaster? Okay, we could probably team up temporarily, put the board in Emmy's inventory. Right, because who did I want to get rid of the item on? Emmy had a rune spear. Asuka's a worn sword. Rune axe. Oh, you definitely want to get rid of Taguchi's thing then. That's getting kind of old. Okay, so hold on. Team up. Items. We want to move this. Swap it with the board. Get Taguchi on his own. Get him out of the party. Have him cross. Item. Board. Nothing happened? Oh, not close enough. Still a bit of a misleading graphic. Alright, item. Item, move, rune, club switched. Any chance I could just maybe put this in an exchange? Okay, well, that's fine. He doesn't fall into the pit. Excellent. All right. We're doing it. We're doing inventory management, just like a survival horror game would have you do. Perfect. Okay. Slifer, the executive producer joke comes from Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged. Oh. I never actually... I was into the show, but not enough into, you know, the YouTube funnies at the time to actually watch something like Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged. I don't know why. It didn't appeal to my humor when I was younger. Good way to spend a winter night is turn off the lights, put on the fireplace, sit down, grab a blanket, play some Animal Crossing New Horizons. I agree. That is still a pretty good and valid way to pass the nice cold winters. For me though, my replacement game of choice instead of Animal Crossing is Half-Life 2. For me, it's just because I have a specific memory of like I got Half-Life 2 as a oh, we could talk to this dead guy. I got Half-Life 2 as a like just completely random like Steam find when it might have just been a everybody wide distribution, like here's a Half-Life 2 for Christmas kind of thing. But I don't know, I just randomly got a key from Steam one day to just get Half-Life 2 completely for free. It was right around Christmas, and forever that game is now associated with binging it on a cold winter day in my parents' home and just absolutely getting lost in the world and continuing a burgeoning love or growing love of FPSs, starting off with Team Fortress 2. Avoid sending everybody in the same room. Some have deadly traps. Yeah, okay, we've already found that. Thanks, bro. Okay, but now we can just more explore easily. Animal Crossing with Doom. Yeah, gotta play that. You gotta play the Half-Life games at some point. I can't believe you haven't as a Doom fan. Holy shit, that's like the other quintessential, like, quote-unquote boomer shooter. I mean, not quite that... You know what I mean, though? Like, that is such a linchpin for the FPS experience. I love me the Half-Life games. I've played... I played, I think, every one except for Half-Life Decay, which was like that weird PS2 exclusive, or like... PlayStation? No, not PlayStation. Some kind of exclusive, console exclusive, that didn't get released anywhere. And then I haven't caught up to Half-Life Alyx. Oh, okay, I didn't break her out of the team yet. Alright, there we go. And yeah, they're all very much worth playing. Although Half-Life 1 and its original port is definitely aged. The source engine has not aged very gracefully. It's extremely janky. And the physics just don't work that well. If you were to ever play Half-Life 1, I would still recommend the Black Mesa remake. I think a lot of people hate on it for a couple legitimate reasons here and there, but overall I think it's a suitable Half-Life 1 replacement. I do miss the On a Rail chapter, though. I'm one of the weird freaks that actually enjoys Out of Control Train Simulator, where everybody's just constantly shooting at you. I like that level. No one else seems to. I do. You ever play Earthbound? My friend, you are in the right place. We stan Earthbound here, and Mother 3 is my favorite game of all time. So yeah, you're spot. I was telling people earlier about how a little funny story just relating to how I keep I'm fucking up the menus in this game quite a bit, but because these menus in this game feel kind of clunky, I was reminded of the fact that one of my friends is he's a super Earthbound or super Undertale fan. And so we butt heads on that a lot. because I'm not really an Undertale fan. But we kind of made an exchange one day where if he convinced me that if I would play Undertale Yellow, the fan game, he would play Earthbound. And when he was playing Earthbound, the number one thing he complained about was just how clunky the item menuing was, which I'll give him some credit. Inventory management in that game has not aged super well. But overall, like, I'm surprised he wasn't able to find too much enjoyment out of the game. He kind of liked a couple of things here and there, but it just never clicked with him. But those two games forever, those are my developmental important things to my development. So I will forever love those two games, especially Mother 3. Its gameplay is also fucking fantastic, so how could you not love it? Let's see. I mean, what provides more warmth and comfort than spilling demon guts? Yeah, it's true. They are pretty warm. They do be eating lava and stuff. You don't have a Steam account? Really? I mean, I don't know. I'm not a Valve shill. I agree that they're not perfect, but like, I don't know. It's a lot of good stuff on Steam. Might as well just get it one day, rip off the bandage. I ripped off the bandage when Portal 2 was released, and I haven't regretted it once since. So many of my favorite games are available only through Steam, and, I've resigned myself to that fact. I'm comfortable with it. Sven co-op anti-rush server. You can play on a rail. You can also play Decay's campaign. Actually, this would actually be fun. I haven't played a Sven, the co-op mods for Half-Life ever, actually. Although, I don't know. Half-Life is kind of a game where it's like I want to enjoy it at my own pace. At least if it's anti-rush, that's cool. But, at a certain point, it's like I kind of want to just be able to vibe and not have other people screaming in my ear, but at the same time, it could be a lot of fun. So, who knows? Who knows what I'll do at some point? Alright, the Knights. I think those are like the first enemies that, like, fuck in this game. Those are the first ones that actually present a decent threat. Alright, let's call the other ones over here. I think we'll take out the Knights, and that'll probably be it for today. Thinking Valve just never made one? Yeah, I mean, it's not about not liking Valve, but, there's a certain point to be made about how Steam is almost a monopoly on online games nowadays. Epic Games exists, but, who the hell, besides Fortnite, who the hell plays anything on the Epic Games Store? Not me. Only a bit of Doom 2 because Derek Cassell, yeah. Not a very hardcore gamer per se, like cozy games and Mario games, like occasionally play a Pokemon game, played Portal 2. That's fair. I mean, I don't know if I would necessarily describe myself as hardcore, but I definitely tend to prefer more action-oriented games. JRPGs like this are not typically my fill. I don't know how perchance you wandered onto this channel, but, in my announcements for this, today's Twitter announcement and YouTube community post for this game, I made clear I'm not really a JRPG fan. Most of the time, JRPGs are kind of the most boring thing in the world to me. I just don't really like turn-based combat because it's like, I don't get a chance to dodge. It just hurts me. That's not cool. But, getting over myself for the occasional good game like this one or the Earthbound series, yeah, I can manage that. Actually, yeah, we need to start praying our way through some of these battles. You can attack, pray. You've used up some pray points. Yeah, how about you start praying? Everybody start praying. It worked on the Knights earlier. It'll surely work on these Knights. That's going to be super fun to do with you co-op, especially if you're going in blind. Ooh. I smell an idea forming here. Let's get back to that one. I think it would be pretty fun. Okay, now you can pray. Oh, that wasn't well timed. We're undefeated. All right, we're all leveled up. Sweet. I'll take on the other one. We take on challenges here. We fight these. Not a very big alpha male. Sigma. Epic gamer, even. It's okay. But 10 things rarer than a Sigma gamer. Number 1, yogurt gamer. No elaboration. Even Epic Game Store's users fighting each other. Meanwhile, I'm using cock. Yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna go full console wars over anything, but like, it just who gives a fuck about the Epic Game Store outside of Fortnite? Like, really, I don't think anyone does. People pretend that they do, but it's really nothing to write home about. The fact that no one can really name anything outside of Fortnite on the store should really tell you something. Meanwhile, Steam has given me some of the most fundamental memories of my favorite games in the world, especially the indie platforming, lens. Or not indie platforming, just indie lens. Like, after Portal 2, the games I moved on to were other things that I had found on, LP channels when I was younger. And thanks to that, I got to play Terraria and Magicka. Literally two of my favorite co-op games to play with anybody. I would drop so many things in my life just to be able to play 4-player Magicka co-op with people. You have no idea how much fun I would have just trolling people and having it not have real consequences because that game is such a buggy mess of like it's like 37 bugs in a CD that somehow actually make a correct game that functions properly. I love that game so much. It's Arrowhead's masterpiece. Helldivers is fun, Helldivers 2 is fun. Magicka is the best thing they have ever made, by far. I think you could do Ultimate Doom and Doom 2 solo, but TNT Evolution, especially Plutonium, would be super funny to do co-op. Yeah, I've heard that those are where the games get a little shaky. I don't know, probably because of the enemy spam, but it would be fun. I only know some stuff about Doom 1 and 2, but that's about it. Vibe with those skeletons, true. The skeletons do be vibing a lot, and if you ever get tired of one, you can go ahead and look at another one. They're all here to have a dance party for you. You have to download Timmy's free game of the month. I'm already selling my info for free. Biggest crime at Epic Game Store is right now you can't even play the original Unreal on it. Actually fucked. I never played the original Unreal. I can't comment on that, sadly. Play a shooter game might be worse than the Stormtroopers. Yeah, I mean, I've been there. I was not into shooters for a very long time. I absolutely hated shooters because just like first person perspective was not for me. But Team Fortress 2 is the gateway to that. Even though there was a lot of people who were very good at that game, there's also still a lot of people somehow that, barely know what a keyboard is. So like, and the mechanics are good. There's no like stupidly overpowered stuff. Well, maybe. Everything's funny about it. Love Team Fortress 2, and forever got me into shooters. I was able to stomach things because of how well designed the game was. But anyways, we've had fun here tonight. 2.5 hours in, so I think I need to get going. Gotta go to work tomorrow. But thank you all for joining me for some different content on this channel. I was honestly not entirely sure, how many people would actually come and see Sweet Home, this obscure little random game. So I'm glad that this worked out tonight. So let's see. Closing comments here to address. Doom 1 and 2 are pretty easy. TN2 is a bit sluggy. Petunia's, ooh, you crossed the line. Surprise 4 Archfiles. Yikes. Fail call. Games play with so sport. Yeah, sport was cool. Alright, but yeah, good night everybody. And I'll see you again next Thursday for more Sweet Home. See you Monday, Tuesday for more Make a Good Mega Man Level 3. Have a good night, everyone, and enjoy Spooky Month while it lasts. Goodbye.